The Big Ten men's basketball tournament is presented by SoFi. Our final game of the evening pits a 14 versus a 3 as the surging Rutgers Scarlet Knights take on the third-seeded Boilermakers from Purdue. And a look at the bracket. Michigan State, Michigan will battle in one semifinal game. Penn State, what a win as they beat Ohio State for the third time this season. Tonight, in dramatic fashion, they'll take on the winner between these two. Gus Johnson, along with the governor, Coach Bill Raftery. First of all, that Penn State-Ohio State game, one to remember.
I loved it. You know, the stars sort of shine in New York, and Tony Carr did. I know Reeves made the basket, but just what a great feel. Did whatever he had to do, particularly his ability to post up. So Penn State's still alive and hoping and wishing for that NCAA.
Nittany Lions win their 21st game of the season. Meanwhile, for Purdue, 26-5 this year, 15-3 in conference play. They've been in the top 5 and the top 25 the entire season. Their leaders are a couple of boys named Edwards.
And no relation, but boy, they both can play. That's the connection and the ability of Vincent to play so many positions with his power forward, the ability to come outside and be a wing guy. But this kid, he is tough, strong, sturdy. Pull-up jumper freezes you in the early. And how about this? Bang! He says 6'1". I don't think he's 6'1", but he plays big.
How about the Rutgers Scarlet Knights on the season, folks? They won 3 games in conference play. They've won 2 games in this tournament already, beating Minnesota. And yesterday, down by 16 in the first half, they come back and win because this man just lit it up.
And there are hopes on his shoulders. He can do so many things. He plays within himself. He is exceptional. Loves big shots. This was just terrific. A little fake. We're going to hold it. And then the ability to ring that bell, punching it home.
All right, time for the introductions. Let's go to public address announcer Ron Kish.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Madison Square Garden, the world's most famous arena. Tonight's quarterfinal game in the 2018 Big Ten Tournament is between the number 14 seed, Rutgers Scarlet Knights, and the number 3 seed, Purdue Boilermakers. And now let's meet tonight's Discover Card starting lineup. At forward for Rutgers, a 6'7" sophomore, number 11, Eugene Omoruyi. At forward for Purdue, a 6'8" senior, number 12, Vincent Edwards. At center for the Scarlet Knights, a 7-foot junior, number 2, Shaquille Dorsey. And at center for the Boilermakers, a 7'2" senior, number 44, Isaac Haas. At guard for Rutgers, a 6'10" sophomore, number 35, Issa Shaw. And at guard for Purdue, a 6'1" sophomore, number 3, Carson Edwards. At guard for the Scarlet Knights, a 6'2" junior, number 3, Corey Sanders. And at guard for the Boilermakers, a 5'10" senior, number 11, P.J. Thompson. And at guard for Rutgers, a 6'2" senior, number 5, Mike Williams. And at guard for Purdue, a 6'4" senior, number 31, Dakota Mathias.
All All right, Rutgers coached by 50-year-old Steve Peichel, a Jim Calhoun disciple. He played for Coach Calhoun at Connecticut. Scarlet Knights were 15-18 in his first season, and they are 15-18 right now. He's got an impressive 3-1 record in the Big Ten tournament. Meanwhile, for Purdue, 47-year-old Matt Painter, and quietly, he's one of the best coaches in America.
Solid year in and year out, all based on defense, espoused by Gene Katie.
All right, let's take a look at the T-Mobile starting lineups. Coach Raftery, who jumps out at you?
We talked about Sanders. I think Mike Williams playing right here in his hometown. Watch out for him. And we mentioned the Edwards, Dakota Mathias, great at moving out the basketball, understands angles, and can make that deep one.
All right, let's join the third member of our team, Rick Pizzo.
Well, Gus, Vince Edwards will start, but remember, he missed 2 games late in the season with an ankle injury, played limited minutes on senior day, and had 5 full days to rest this week. Still, he just told me a few minutes ago he is 70% at best tonight, doesn't have the explosiveness he wants, even after going as hard as he possibly could in practice. One other note, a lot of folks assume that Dakota Mathias, all Big Ten defensive team member, would spend a lot of time guarding Rutgers' explosive scorer, Corey Sanders. I've been told he will not start defending Sanders tonight.
All right, Rick, thank you very much. Sanders coming off that 28-point game last night against Indiana on 12 of 20 shooting in 34 minutes. So it's Purdue and Rutgers. Purdue beat Rutgers 78-76 at Piscataway on February 3rd.
And right now, Gus Johnson. Purdue goes their traditional minute.
Rutgers offensively challenged at times, but it doesn't look like they're the same team coming off that win against Indiana.
Oh, they're playing with a lot of confidence. You see a lot of this ball screens, ISOs for Sanders. Bruce is one of those guys that's going to do a lot of screening.
Baseline, Sanders high. Archer, and he hits his first shot. That's a 2.
He can be dangerous. I mean, he really can light it up.
Corey Sanders from Lakeland, Florida, West Oaks Academy. He's a junior. Meanwhile, this time it's Edwards batted out by Haas. And Rutgers has it again.
They are big enough to play Haas straight up so you can really stay at home on the 3-point shooters.
Sanders on the baseline. Omoruyi inside, his shot short. And Carson Edwards with the rebound. Quickly into the front court, the lob. Vincent Edwards with the lay-in.
This big lineup of Rutgers sometimes doesn't get back. A little tardy in getting down to defensive transition.
Sanders.
A lot of baseline rubs. Good job by Thompson. He's going to pay attention to detail.
Inside, that ball thrown out of bounds. Omoruyi, little high.
Yeah, we're an in-the-face defensive team, Purdue. Stay at home, no wrinkles, just solid.
DJ Thompson, he's their senior leader from Indianapolis. Edwards. Dias curling. Edwards a 3.
Big guy, huh?
Offensive rebound for Haas. Carson Edwards. Haas may be the biggest man I've ever seen.
I've never seen anybody on a basketball floor look like this. You got a nice little cut, but Dias, such a heady kid.
2 turnovers for the Scarlet Knights. Remember, they were down by 16 in the first half yesterday against IU. But with about 7 minutes to go, they got going. And just came right back into the game.
Little box set now.
They'll bring Deshaun Freeman and Geo Baker off the bench. Williams downtown, long rebound. Plucked away by the Scarlet Knights, and they get a new shot clock. Baseline, Omoruyi, reverse layup, good.
How about that, using the rim around the big guy, Haas. They are playing with a lot of confidence. Nice hustle by Chom, running that down to get it started.
Just a 40-mile drive to campus from here for Rutgers. This place was rocking last night. Their fans
They do a great job. He's sold out, though. Dorson, great denial. At some point, when you get out about 10 feet, you got to back off, get in position. Let the big fella to the 10.
Haas with his first basket of the game. Sanders double team. Omarui, mid-range jump shot. No, he dumps it down. And a foul. Shaq Dorson, the 7-footer, fouled and will go to the free throw line.
Well, that large man that you spoke about, just that ability, and just at some point you've got to turn and get in position. And a little resounding bang by Haas.
I have to take it back. He's the second largest man I've ever seen. I saw George Mirasan.
Oh, yeah. But you know what? I don't know if he was as wide.
You know what? You're absolutely right, Coach.
He was taller. His son is playing for Georgetown.
Shaq Dorson from the Netherlands at the free throw line. He's going to have to match the other 7-footer, Isaac Haas. This will be interesting.
Mirasan used to be with the Nets, Gus, and we would dread having to interview him if he had a good game. I wrenched my arm.
Second free throw good. Sub comes in. Ducour, a freshman from Mali. International team, this Rutgers squad. They've got guys all over the place. Canada, France, Mali, the Netherlands, Portugal, Senegal.
Once again, look at this load up. What are you going to do with that? He usually makes that.
Haas misses it at point-blank range.
Ducour can make that little 10-foot baseline jumper. They'll rotate their bigs, keep them fresh.
Sanders got that ball on the string. Drives, gets there, floats it. It's Edwards with the rebound.
They do a nice job moving Haas out, having him guard the ball screen. Nice discard.
Carson Edwards lost it on the way up, plucked out of the air by Chom. Mike Williams explodes to the basket and contact.
And they got Haas on it too. He's a little fatigued.
15:50 to play here in the first half. Scarlet Knights up by a penny against Purdue. The Big Ten Men's Basketball Tournament on BTN is presented by SoFi Personal Finance to fit your goals. Also brought to you by State Farm, here to help life go right. And by Valvoline, keeping the world moving since 1866. Mike Williams on the bench. Remember, he missed 12 games this season with an ankle injury.
Tough kid.
From Brooklyn, New York.
So his mom and dad interviewed about playing at home here at the Garden.
First played on this court, as Rick Pizzo reported yesterday, when he was 8 years old. Hopefully he can get back into this game.
Geo Baker on the floor, guy who can light it up from deep. A little bit of a runner, Chom. Chop it at the bit.
Issa Chom from Dakar, Senegal. He's a sophomore. Great size at 6'10".
Rutgers really playing sound defense, keeping everybody in front of them. Chom's got that length.
And he's fouled.
Because this is a fluky thing. When you see his feet get caught between Hayes' ankles, well, they might be called a vice when you're that big. Hopefully he will be okay. Another offensive threat on the perimeter for Rutgers.
Carson Edwards, 18 points a game. As you take a look at Williams. Edwards at the line. As P.J. Thompson goes out of the ball game, replaced by Nogel Eastern.
Nice looking prospect too. Can run the point a little bit. Did that against Maryland.
7-5, Rutgers.
And what I like most about him, he can really get in the stance and guard his guy. Tough assignment right here.
Sean Freeman in the game for Rutgers. He had 15 yesterday. Nice pass in the corner, and that one goes down for Chom.
He can shoot it. Nice find on that baseline.
Great start for the Scarlet Knights. 10-5.
Barnes more of a shot blocker, mobile than Isaac Hayes.
Chom gets up high. Shovels it to Sanders. The kick, deep jumper, way short for Geo Baker. But Freeman is there to dig it out. Shot clock doesn't reset. It's at 15. Geo Baker with the ball now at 15. He's a freshman. Yesterday against IU, crossover three. Bang.
And they got a foul underneath, I think, as well. This kid plays with a lot of confidence. He's a dancer. Dribbles, gets the rhythm, able to stick it.
He also had 5 steals yesterday as well.
On a shot down underneath, a lot of banging going on. I guess there's a lazy push, I think, by Freeman.
Talking to Coach Peichel in the locker room before this game, he said, here's the key for us. We're a defensive team. We've got to grind this thing out.
And rebound is another thing that they've been discussing as well. Eifert in the game can make a shot.
Edwards off the heel, loose. Harms with the rebound. New shot clock for Purdue. Inside, knocked away by Freeman. Now Edwards slicing to the basket, leaves it, and a trap.
Nice cut by Arms as well. But they got them playing at a fast pace, don't they?
Yes, they do. When the action ends, the Big Show takes over. Complete highlights of the entire day, post-game reaction, and a preview of what's ahead tomorrow. The Big Show presented by SoFi after the game right here on BTN.
You notice Stephen Bardo takes a little break every once in a while. I don't see him on the set. Sean paying attention to every detail.
You know what? He's somewhere in the stands, dug in deep.
I'm
Coach,
sure he is.
He's working hard.
Well, those two guys know this league inside now.
Backdoor Sanders. Couldn't lay it down. Easter.
Well, they are there on the Mathias isn't getting the clean look. Challenge threes.
Rutgers playing with great energy.
They are. The building's starting to awaken in their favor.
Right now they're on a 9-1 run. Sanders kicks it out. Baker has it knocked away. Mathias really pressing him. Turns the corner, gets to the hole, and a foul on the floor coming up.
Yeah, giveaway by Mathias. He was beaten. What if they'll go big? Arms is going out. Yeah, they're going to stay the same. And a rich report on Edwards before the game was right on the money, too. Didn't look as mobile.
Mathias called for the foul is first. 13-5. Scarlet Knights. Mike Williams back in the game after tweaking his ankle. Geo Baker. 9 to shoot. Baker up top. Freeman pump fake. Dribble drive to the hole. Running floater. No. Haas contesting it.
That outside shot's not Freeman's game. Good move by him. Came up empty. Klein can really stick it. They should be able to get the ball to Hayes a little bit more, I think. Got some shooters on the perimeter. The footwork of Rutgers, this is hard work. Saw doing a great job, and he gets the foul here on Hayes. You got to work. Takes you a half hour to get around him, by the way. And just all that footwork. And just the hold on the back cost him. The only way you can control that guy.
Now Grady Eifert will go out of the game. Vincent Edwards back in. Purdue no field goals in the last 4.5 minutes.
Stifling defense.
Mathias jumper. Boom.
First time on his curl that he got free. Didn't stay connected, if that is what they wanted, or didn't slide through or around.
13-8 Rutgers. Baker slick with the basketball. Chom, 5 to shoot. Saab. Not necessarily his game.
He's setting up early. Once again, great footwork defensively. Nice pass to the correct end. That's what Mathias, there's so many little things that kid does on both ends of the floor. the correct hand, just leading the guy, telling him drop step finish big time.
Haas with 4 points. Purdue cuts it to 3. Freeman calling for it. He is Edwards on him. Takes him down low. Elevates in the lane. Haas just grabs it.
Got to take over a little bit on the glass. 1 and done.
Edwards puts it on the floor to the hole off the glass. Good. 7-0 run for the Boilers.
Vincent Edwards, such an important cog, but the ability of Matthias to get himself free. Over here, we're going to bring a little downstream. You don't stay connected. Nobody helps you. Say goodnight. Matthias drilling.
So Vince, what's going to happen is he's going to end up taking people. And if we don't see it, when he does this, we're just going to stop it. But if we don't see it, he's going to get down the tee. But what it does for you, Vince and Isaac, is when they come here and they hit, now you're going to play post D early, and they don't catch the ball, okay? You've got to be off. Yeah.
Coach Painter's mentor, Gene Cady, the all-time leader in wins at Purdue. Coach Cady with 512 wins. Coach Painter played for Coach Cady. Sanders inside, lobs it off the glass and in. Nicely done by Omoruyi.
How about Sanders really playing under control? Very impressive. Going to that left side. Terrific look.
Edwards looking inside for Haas. Eastern hangs and is fouled. But let's get back to Matt Painter. Coach, this is an incredible basketball coach. In 12 seasons in West Lafayette, he's led the Boilers to 3 Sweet 16s, 9 NCAA tournaments, 2 regular season Big Ten titles, and an international gold medal. 291 wins.
I'd say he's been successful.
Yes.
All built around that philosophy of solid defense, rebounding, sharing the basketball. He has grown, no question about it. He's got the same sense of humor as Gene Cady. Sad to say.
When I first saw Coach Cady at practice, he scared me to death. But then when he came over to talk to us, he's the funniest guy you'll ever be around.
And pleasant, loves the game. Outstanding coach, too.
His last coaching stint with Steve Lavin at St. John's, he was familiar with this building. Sanders off the bounce.
Once again, is totally under control. Set his man up, terrific cut, square, and drills it.
17-12, Sanders with 4. Carson Edwards trying to get on track here.
Yeah, they've kept him quiet. You got to make him back. Everybody stays at home because they shoot it so well.
Nice team up from behind by Shaq Dorson, picked up by Rutgers.
The real Shaq arrived.
Sanders trying to use his quickness, almost had his pocket pick. Gets it to Geo Baker. 14 on the shot clock.
They do a nice job on their dribble exchange and then be placed on the weak side.
7 to shoot. Sanders with a screen, lets it fly. Short. Batted around, picked up. Geo Baker, a deep 3. Oohs and ahs in the building tonight, folks.
Great look, though, he had.
Edwards stolen by Baker. He's got a trailer. Baker to the hole. Up and in. Remember, he had 5 steals last night, and he just robbed Carson Edwards at the midcourt line.
And Gus, what I loved about him is how he looked off the defender near the basket. Just the good hands. Good patience here, and just a look off to make sure if he played him, he'd dump it. Solid. You mentioned the quick hands of this kid. He is a terrific offensive player as well.
Geo Baker had about 20 other offers. He chose Rutgers because he felt they wanted him the most.
He had 16 and 11 points in those 2 Purdue games, too.
He's got quick hands. The kid is long. He's 6'4".
Loves the 3, too. 130 attempts at that line. Pretty tough backcourt when you think of it. Make you play honest.
8:48 to play in the first half. 19-12, a 14 versus a 3. Rutgers advancing to the quarterfinals by beating Minnesota and Indiana yesterday. Vincent Edwards shows it, kicks it. Thompson fades and hits.
Well, that's tough when you pump and hesitate. And then, you know, Vincent at the top of the key, normally if he were healthy, he would have taken that 3 as well.
First basket of the game for senior P.J. Thompson.
Weave with a bump.
And a traveling violation. Sunday on BTN, the nation's best wrestlers square off at the 2018 Big Ten Wrestling Championships. Coverage presented by Cliff Keen Athletic. Sunday at 3 Eastern on BTN and streaming live on BTN to go on Fox Sports Go.
Steve Peichel got an extension as he so well-deserved. Fantastic job. So competitive this year. They were going to be coming fast. There's that shot he passed up before. Not that time.
Vincent Edwards. 7 points for Vincent. 19-18. Another dogfight here at the Garden. Big Ten tournament. Sanders backs it up with 10 to shoot. He's got Thompson on it. And shake him up. Hot sauce crossover, fires, blam.
When does he get low on that crossover? That is impressive. A little juke.
6 points for Sanders. Remember, he had 28 last night. Knocked away. Sanders, can he get it? Sanders fighting off Edwards. Sanders up and in. What hustle.
What effort. Single-handedly. Boy, their defense had jumped out at you.
Remember, Coach Peichel said they needed to grind it out. Purdue has beaten Rutgers twice this season. Edwards, long 3.
He is some factor, this kid. So many spots he can bite you.
You know, his mother coached him when he was a young boy, and she made him pass it 3 times before he could shoot. Hey, Mom, I don't need to pass it 3 times anymore, Coach.
You should get the mom to talk to you.
Baker lost it on the way up, and a whistle and foul.
Oh, my goodness. That was almost an inadvertent whistle. When you got it going, good things happen, but get your dance shoes on and take it to the spinner. Beautiful drill. Big time guard.
(23-21) Rutgers on top of Purdue. Corey Sanders putting in work.
You need a guard to lead you, and maybe if they could ever win 5 in a row here, sounds like UConn in 2011, doesn't it?
Kemba Walker, remember him?
Kemba Walker, Shabazz Napier. Well, it was iffy. They had some good players. Tyler Olander. And there's the difference, you know. Pretty impressive.
Scarlet
Can't be
Knights.
done.
Inside, Mike Williams off the glass and in.
Nice out of bounds play.
The Scarlet Knights' 2 wins this week are the first by a 14 seed all-time in Big Ten tournament history.
Because they look very alert on both ends of the floor.
Baker. Back door. Williams. Teardrop goes.
Boy, Baker can make plays too. Handy. Nice little cut, as you noted.
Tell you what, these Scarlet Knights, Coach Raftery, are long.
They are long, intense, and in the right spot. They give up an easy drive here.
Carson Edwards with the reverse layup.
And Baker never got in position, couldn't turn him.
Edwards with 3 points here in the first half. 5:40 to go. 27-23. Handoff Williams. Geo Baker turns a corner. Frees himself, 20-footer.
Tell you what, he knows how to play. Uses his... Hazen got tangled up at the other end with Ducor. But Baker really imaginative, creative. Little weave. He's exhausted, too. That's why he didn't play good defense that trip before. And these wide bodies just get a little bit mixed up. Hayes with the takedown. You mentioned wrestling, or Haas, excuse me, with the takedown.
Haas will sit on the bench right now with the advantage Purdue has inside. They've taken 11 threes and 7 twos.
Arms gives him a different look.
Edwards has been hot. Drives, elevates inside, and it goes down.
So many ways he can deliver.
Vincent Edwards, second team All Big Ten, with 12 points in the first half. He's keeping Purdue in this game almost single-handedly.
Pretty good job by Klein to contain.
Freeman guarded by Edwards and dribbles it out of bounds.
And he's pretty good at that 10, 12-foot turn, fourth turnover. Valuing the ball. They do a pretty good job. When they're on top of the game, they don't kick it around. Limited game is what they average.
Rutgers averages 12 turnovers per game. Joel Eastern back in the game for Purdue. Mathias for the screen.
Arms a little bit late, and then the dribbler went quickly, which hurt him.
Let's get it over to Rick Bezo.
Gus, a few minutes ago, Steve Pikiell was drawing up plays for his team, telling them the only place that we don't match up with our offense against their defense is down low the size of Haas and Harms. So let's not mess with it. He's drawing plays up to draw Haas and Harms out of the paint or to one side of the floor. They're then taking shots from the other side of the floor. Since he started drawing up those plays, Rutgers is 6 of 6 from the floor.
Sanders, step back, 20-footer, short. Haas with a rebound.
Conversely, they got to take advantage of Haas at this end.
Mathias inside. Nice look off the glass and an easy one for Ryan Klein.
He knows how to play Mathias. He is really a talented kid.
29-27. Rutgers is led by as many as 8.
Yeah, the last time they played, Rutgers did the same thing, lifting Haas, making him cover outside.
Inside, ball batted around. Mathias hits the deck. He's tied up, and the arrow favors Purdue. 3:44 to play in the first half. Scarlet Knights on top of the Boilermakers.
Daytime is for the ham and eggers, the 9-to-5ers. In this city, the true performers don't emerge until the lights shine. Closing time? No, not here, man. Because nighttime is always the right time in New York.
Welcome back. Rutgers with a 29-27 lead over Purdue. Right now, the Scarlet Knights winning the hustle game. They have 8 points off turnovers. Purdue with only 3, 6 second chance points, and they forced 4 steals.
Nicely designed dribble handoff with a bump.
Mathias to Eastern, and he shuffled his feet and traveled.
Once he develops confidence in an outside shot, that caused that problem right there.
7 turnovers for the Boilermakers.
Here's the lift again.
Sanders will back it up. Young man carries a heavy load for this team. Drives inside, not a good pass.
Not a good look at all. Too many hands.
Eastern to the hole, trying to flush it, but foul.
He is, I'm telling you guys, this kid is going to be a terrific player. Get more minutes next year. Good size, good speed, excellent defender. He just explodes to that rim.
Eastern at the line. His last game against Minnesota, 4 points. This is the free throw. Coming up next, it's our State Farm halftime report. with Dave Revson, Steve Bardo, Sean Morris, and Andy Katz.
Evanston kid. Probably down the street from Northwestern.
Right now, he's struggling a bit from the line. He's 0 for 3. Second one goes. 29-28. 3 minutes to go in the first half for the final matchup.
Tough
Theo
shot.
Baker.
Wow. He didn't have much space at all. Quick feet, get those puppies organized.
Baker with 9. And Rutgers takes a 31-28 advantage. Haas calling for it inside.
Vincent Edwards should have brought it over to that wing there. Now they don't have an angle.
14 to shoot for Carson Edwards.
Nice D. Oh, they got him. Baker.
Edwards will go to the free throw line.
I had that game when this kid got 40 points, Gus. What a talent. He's going to the rim. Pull-up jumpers. Pretty good contest that trip.
Named NCAA.com's March Madness National Player of the Week and Big Ten Player of the Week Monday. He averaged 29 points, 5 assists, 4.5 rebounds. And a pair of wins over Illinois and Minnesota.
Just got a toughness about him.
Adds a free throw. 2:29 to go in the first half. 31-30. Rutgers has given Purdue all they can handle, and the Boilers trail by only 1. Purdue is not led in this game.
There are 3 guards out there now. Puts a lot of pressure on the defenders.
Baker, baseline, Freeman, pump fake to the hole, and jams it down as he got past Haas.
And Haas has to know he's not a great outside shooter to close out. Rather weak.
33-30. P.J. Thompson a deep 3. Rims off. Mike Williams with a rebound.
Well, they are playing with a lot of poise.
Baker.
The old-time weave, Gus. And an individual ability. Look at this kid.
Pull-up 3 off the dribble for Geo Baker, who has 12. And Rutgers takes a 6-point lead.
A little late on the challenge by Matthias. I'll tell you, New Jersey Transit made a lot of money tonight.
Haas to Thompson. Look at this Rutgers defense. Matthias, and he hits it.
Big-time silencer. Haas missed the back cut. He certainly made up for it with the 3. Matthias.
Geo Baker has hit his last 5 shots. Let's see if they keep feeding him. And a foul called on Edwards. Carson Edwards tripping up Mike Williams. That's his second. 6th team foul against Purdue.
Thought they may have gone for a little 2-for-1, but college people just don't do it.
Corey Sanders. 23 seconds remaining in the first half.
Tough match. I would clear. Don't even give him a screen.
Edwards has to guard him. Sanders, shake. Baseline, Freeman, double clutch. Oh! Whoa!
Sanders has just played solid. The dive appropriate.
9 seconds. Inside, Haas, rolling, jump hook, got it.
Silencer. Great poise. Matthias to 3 and then to find in the lane.
And that's the end of the first half with the score. Rutgers 38, Purdue 35. Geo Baker hit his last 5 shots, 12 points off the bench to lead the Scarlet Knights in scoring.
Pretty impressive, solid.
Let's go to Rick Pizza.
Gus, thank you. Matt, Rutgers shoots nearly 60% from the field. What was going on with your defense in the first half?
Well, I thought they made some tough shots. I thought we needed to do a better job of taking up their space when they're dribbling into their pull-ups. And, you know, in the second half, we got to do that. They got into a rhythm. We got to get them out of a rhythm.
Vince told me he felt like he was going to be about 70%, hit some big shots. How would you assess his mobility?
Well, I thought he was good. You know, we allowed the ball in the post a couple times, and we got to do a better job in between our bigs. But he knocked down a couple threes. He made that nice drive. I think he'll have a good second half.
Matt, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Gus?
All right, thank you very much, Rick. 38-35, our score at halftime. Final game of the night in the Big Ten quarterfinals. Rutgers up by 3. The Big Ten men's basketball tournament on BTN is brought to you by State Farm, here to help life go right. World's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden, and we are watching a pretty good one right now. 38-35 Rutgers as we head into the second half. And the Gatorade game leaders.
Baker pretty solid, and a lot of pressure on these guards for Rutgers. Not so much in taking shots, but in playing smart, making sure you take good shots, run the offense, and don't get haphazard with that basketball.
You surprised how fearless Rutgers is playing?
They're playing great, but you know what? Purdue's still in touch. That's what's scary.
All right, let's go to Rick Pizzo.
Well, Gus, Steve Peichel ecstatic with his offense, how hard they're working on that end of the floor, said that has led to so many good looks. Defensively, though, he said that Vince Edwards continues to be an issue. They were a little surprised that Purdue has isolated Edwards as often as they had. He said they need to do a better job working through screens. They will not let Vince Edwards be the guy to beat them in the second half.
Teams combined to make 18 of their last 20 field goal attempts to end the half. Remember, Purdue beat Rutgers 78-76 in the first meeting, 82-51 at Purdue in the second meeting. Purdue led by double digits in both of those matchups. Different feel tonight. Baseline Sanders, short on his first shot of the second half.
Well, Rick gives you some good stuff from the coaches, doesn't he?
Yeah, he knows it.
It's like,
he digs it out.
Yeah.
Thompson, Vincent Edwards, Haas, Carson Edwards, Matthias, quick release. Got it.
And that was just all-out effort. He sprints and uses the bumps. Well-designed. Pinch post on the left side. The kick right by Edwards.
9 points for Dakota. Second tie of the game. Purdue is not led. Here's Mike Williams.
What a great job by Mike Williams getting free, bailing his teammate out.
I expected Purdue to really ratchet it up on the defensive end. Vincent Edwards spinning, and that's an offensive foul.
Well, you can see that coming, Gus, huh? But getting free, such a knack, and just really understanding that so much equipment here. I got the wrong one. How about that? The run, and then the fine. Go left, and just haze. Of course, you need a roll of quarters to get around them.
Edwards called for the foul, his first. Mike Williams free. Long rebound. Vincent Edwards.
Haas has got to get down the floor, though.
Carson Edwards off the dribble in transition, and he rattles it home.
I guess he doesn't have to get down the floor. That's what he does best. He freezes you and drills them. Quick timeout.
Purdue takes its first lead of the game, 41-38.
The ability of Miles Bridges had three-point shot, post-up ability. Rockman does so many great things for that club. Of course, Tony Carr just allows you his individual ability. Sam Cassell. Grant Hill said he reminds him a little of Sam Cassell, the way he backs guys in.
He's got a complete game. Meanwhile, Sanders. Rutgers coming out a little sluggish to start this second half. Carson Edwards diving forward and forces the turnover.
Well, this is where They got to ratchet it up on the defensive end. Don't be careless with the basketball. Purdue, a very fundamentally sound type of basketball team. Run great sets. Edwards looks a little spry. Vincent, that is. He's moving around.
Got that tender ankle. Haas hits the deck for the second time in this game. Carson Edwards.
Jump shot. Wow. That is a tough duo. You close on Matthias, opens up a little. Edwards able to drill it.
7 of Purdue's last 10 field goals have been three-pointers. 44-38. Now Rutgers plays from behind.
Matthias really did a nice job getting over the top of the screen. Automatic switch here.
Geo Baker crosses over off the dribble. That defense really tightening up for Purdue.
Easy deliveries of late.
Carson Edwards to the hole. Hands it off. Vincent Edwards, easy layup. And the Boilers are in control.
They're a different team. Both ends of the floor.
11-0 run for Purdue.
Big trip right now psychologically. Something going to the rim. Not a great post-up team.
Sanders. Got to get busy now. 7 to shoot.
Right there on the catch.
Baker, step back 3.
Need it. With some courage.
Geo, Baker, 15. 46-41. Matthias shows it. Wraps it around. Carson Edwards sees Vincent Edwards.
Nice.
Top of the arc, Carson.
Ooh, that was unattractive.
Haas with the rebound, rejected, but he's fouled. Looks like Shaq. Dorson got him.
You just can't keep this big guy away. He's so large, carves out an area. Yeah, the follow through, no question about it. Crowd didn't like it.
So Isaac Haas at the line. He's a 75% free throw shooter. Averages 15 points a game and 5 rebounds on the year.
And just to Rutgers' credit, he hasn't been able to get it deep and use his glass shots, turnaround jump shot, and hook shot. They've been excellent denying and rooting him out of that low box area.
7 points for Haas. Sub coming in. Ducour.
Gonna get Haas a blow now if he makes the free throw.
Second one good, and he'll get him out of the game.
Well, he was just a mediocre free throw shooter early in his career. You can see all the work he's done.
Replaced by Harms. 48-41.
Harms look.
Inside, nice look.
He gave it a fake first, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Good job. Throws the D.
And Ducour finishes. 48-43, our score. Purdue, after trailing at halftime, leading here.
Plus 4 on the glass. Giving ourselves an opportunity because we're getting stops and getting rebounds. All right, get on the offensive glass. Vince, get on the offensive glass. Get around that keyhole to get those long rebounds. Make sure we're centered safeties. Don't flow back and give them things, guys. Make them earn everything. All right, make them earn everything. He does not have this shot here.
Talk about that offensive glass. They're good shooters. They're in position. He also wants the long rebounds.
Matthias. Think about offensive rebounding. Rutgers, their 13 offensive rebounds per game. It leads the Big Ten and ranks in the top 15 nationally. So they can really attack those offensive boards. Sanders has been quiet in the second half offensively. Baker splits the defense down the lane. No, tapped up. Inside and a foul.
I think in the back. See what they got. Could have been Matthias in the rear.
Ducor got the offensive rebound.
That's because Matt was talking about rebounding in that timeout. This is all in the hands of the guards for Rutgers, making good decisions, taking good shots.
Amadou Ducor, 61% free throw shooter, gets the first. Rutgers led this game 38-35 at halftime. Haas back in after a quick blow.
They've rotated in nicely. He hasn't been that fatigued. Some games when they run him pretty good up and down.
1 for 2 at the line. 4-point game as we approach the 15-minute mark of the second half here in the quarterfinals of the Big Ten men's basketball tournament. The winner of this game to take on Penn State. And he's fouled behind the three-point line by Baker.
Wow, you want to close out, always under control. Haas has really worked harder this particular half. He hasn't touched the ball too much, but trying to get post position, get them to dump it down.
So Carson Edwards first one good. Edwards first team all Big Ten. And a sub coming in, Shaq Dorson. Edwards one more free throw. He has 13. And he gets all three. 6 of 7 from the line tonight for Carson.
And Dorson works that offensive glass. He's got to take him out. He's got the switch he wants.
Sanders turns the corner, picks it up. Back door.
I thought he had it.
Sanders trying to shake up Edwards. Gets it away, no. And a foul on the floor. Looks like it'll go against Purdue.
Boy, Dorson. Again. Attacking that glass pretty good. Got himself fouled. Smart play, though. They're right on Haas.
Haas picks up his second.
Thompson was really good defense there. Let Baker get a touch.
Sanders curls down the lane, hangs in the air, off the glass. What a play! Corey Sanders.
This kid does not back off, Gus. He'll make some mistakes. Occasionally take a couple of shots you'd question, but can't question his ticker.
And Haas picks up his third. He'll have to leave the game.
Kiss to finish the deal.
Sanders with 10. He had 8 at halftime. Adds a free throw. 51-47. Rutgers hanging around.
They keep hanging, you're right.
Here come their fans. Short drive from Piscataway.
Freeman with great denial.
Carson Edwards up top and a reaching foul on Sanders.
Yeah, not necessary. Not hurting you when the ball's on the ground out that far.
That's his first. Now sub coming in, Ryan Klein and Vincent Edwards for Purdue. Carson Edwards heads to the bench, as well as Eifert.
And Thomas got to take over at the point now. 2 shooters on the wings.
a three. Oh, he baked it in.
He gave it to Michael Jordan on that one.
He's got
Vincenzo.
17. Freeman hands it off. Inside, big fellas going at it. Freeman tipped it, gets it again off the glass.
A trip of work by Freeman.
And as we told you, Rutgers is a great offensive rebounding team. 54-49. Edwards wide open. Geo Baker brings it down.
Pretty effective play, though, to get that clean look.
It's like Rutgers has their energy back now.
They do.
Geo. Freeman.
He can elevate if he put nice hands by the guys.
5 to shoot. Baker. Oh! He's not Neo. He's Geo. 18 points.
That kid is a confident, deep threat. He's got a little juice as well.
2-point game.
Just play within yourself now defensively. This is a mature team.
Matthias again. And Sanders has it. Tied up, but Purdue will get it back. And Coach Michael can't believe that call.
Well, you can really stretch the D if you got the ability to make shots. And Baker playing with a lot of confidence. He and Sanders have been on top of their game. Can't remember any bad shots, but drilling it big time. And of course, the excitement of that Rutgers bench as well.
54-52, 12-17 to play in the second half of the quarterfinals. The winner to advance to the semis to face Penn State, who defeated Ohio State in our first game of the evening. Harms. Edwards. Shoulder fake to the hole off the glass and good.
And Harms kept people busy in there too as well. I thought they were stuck on this side of the floor, but they got that experience and ability. Take advantage.
19 for Vinny. Baker, shaken. Crosses over, down the lane. Step back. Freeman hauls it down. Missed it. Mike Williams. Up. Bag it. The Scarlet Knights gobbling up offensive rebound. That was 11:38 to play. Rutgers heading to the line, trying to cut the Purdue lead to 1.
This week, we press the reset button. Forget the stomach-turning losses. Move past the court storms. Once the ball is tossed, everyone is just one good week away from dancing.
That's right, Coach. You get hot at the right time.
They show you, absolutely. We see that in the NCAA. Some team has had a good year, all of a sudden play with a lot more confidence, a little more hop in their step. Williams, the local kid, and Bishop Locker. Mark Jackson's stopping ground.
56-55, 1-point game.
Well, they are showing a lot of metal right now, Rutgers.
Edwards up to Carson Edwards. Pulls up. Batted out by Sanders to Baker. Rutgers to take the lead right here.
Get a good shot. Good poise.
Sanders. Baker.
Not afraid to take a big shot.
Baseline Sanders. Batted around. Offensive rebound Rutgers.
Smallest guy under there at that point.
Their 13th offensive rebound of this game. That's what they average on the season.
Incredible.
Sanders. It's been Sanders and Baker. Baker breaking to the ball. Pull-up jumper. That one rimming off for Omoruyi.
Not a great deep shooter either. How about that?
Edwards is a great deep shooter.
He doesn't mind taking big shots.
17 for Carson. 59 to 55. Sanders guarded by Easter.
Oh, they got Harms with a discard.
Let's go over to Rick Pizzo.
Gus, Steve Peichel is working so hard to keep his team loose. He's almost as much of a psychologist as he is strategist right now. Telling all of his guys, have fun. Not only can you beat this team, you will beat this team. He's singling out the young guys like Geo Baker and saying, we're not walking to first base. I don't want you guys walking down the line. Take the bat off your shoulders and give him your best swing.
Swing for the fences.
And they are. Baker not afraid. He just got stepped up.
Mike Williams. Williams lost his footing.
Too much dribble.
Arrow favoring Rutgers, so they'll hold on to
it. It is amazing when you think of it. No inside game to speak of. And these guards have been able to do some damage, get decent shots, and then they chase it down, Rutgers.
Here's Sanders now. Attacking, 6 to shoot. 20-foot pull-up. Bang!
And he was under duress. Big-time stroke.
13 now for Corey Sanders. 2-point game. Feels like a home game for the Scarlet Knights. Carson Edwards on the fade.
He has some ticker, that guy. Plays with the utmost confidence and backs it up.
He had 5 at halftime. He's got 20 now. Sanders.
Don't make it a one-man game.
Baseline fades. Up and in. Another offensive rebound for the Scarlet Knights.
How quick was he to get that miss?
62 to 59. Edwards is feeling it. Heat check. And the rebound to Rutgers. Omoruyi. Baker to the hole. Pinned by Haas.
The big fella.
Klein, the lob. Easter can't hold on. Outlet pass. Sanders to Baker to the cup. Up and in and one. What a fast break. Did it touch the floor, Coach?
Oh, did. Beautiful outlet. The lob didn't work, and they paid mightily. Unselfish play. A couple of tired guys right out there. Baker, one of them. Inhaling. Get out and run the floor. Boy, you make a mistake at this level, you pay dearly.
So Geo Baker goes to the free throw line. 8:29 to go. Baker, the freshman from Derry, New Hampshire.
And we're level. Tell you, he was exhausted, really full control before he took that free throw.
And listen to this pro-Rutgers crowd.
Well, they finally got Haas down there. The timing is off.
P.J. Thompson rims off, batted out. Nice job by Shaq Dorsett.
Well, they are doing a great job checking out as well.
Take it for the lead.
Not afraid, is he?
No, he isn't.
Can always get that shot, too. Don't get too pumped up.
They give it to Carson Edwards.
They got a hold inside there. The big guy Dorsett. One way to control. Haas.
His third foul, 7:46 to go. 62 up at the Garden. 10 men's basketball tournament on BTN is brought to you by Liebman, family made in the USA since 1896. And by Discover Card, the official credit card of the Big Ten Conference. 7:46 to play here in the second half of the quarterfinals, our final game of the evening. These two teams trying to advance to the semis. The winner of this game will take on Penn State, who defeated Ohio State, Michigan State in the other semifinal.
Good job denying Matthias.
Vincent Edwards knocks down a 2.
Nice little play, too. If you give it to Matthias, it's one thing. If not, you got an ISO.
Edwards with 21 points this evening. Chom, Freeman, Sanders. Sanders, baseline to Freeman. Nice catch.
He likes to bounce his way.
That one off the back rim, batted out.
Unbelievable, huh? There's such an affinity to track him down.
18 offensive rebounds. Sanders.
Touch.
64-64. He has 17.
Shades of Kemba Walker. He has been solid.
Geo Baker not in the game right now for the Scarlet Knights. Baseline, PJ Thompson, and he knocks down a huge 3.
They have playmakers. That's the 12th 3, Gus. 11 twos only once this year at Iowa. The Purdue make more 3s than 2s, and they won that one.
Sanders off the dribble. Oh, he's cooking now. Big time. Woo. Remember, he had 28 last night. He's got 19 now. Purdue up by a point. And foul.
How tough is he?
Tough.
Nice feel. Turn left into that lane and put that chest in there, big guy.
Rutgers franchise number 35, he's Sean, is his first team's fifth. Carson Edwards at the line.
Carson Edwards at the free throw line with 20 tonight. 6 for 7 from the stripe.
Purdue has more guys to spread the wealth with, don't they? Rutgers has to rely on the guards to do all the damage.
Now Geo Baker returns. Mike Williams will take a seat. Shaq Dorson also back in the game. Second one good. 69-66.
Purdue has to rebound. That's been their difficulty. They rely on the guards here for Rutgers.
Sanders.
That's it right there. Look at that stance.
Here comes a screen from Dorson. Sanders looking for space. 9 to shoot. Sanders tight roping. Last touch by the Boilers.
Excellent coordinated defense. The big fella moving around there, Haas.
5 on the shot clock. Freeman, 4 to shoot. Pulls up inside. And foul. And he will go to the line.
Freeman's so good using that dribble to his impact.
So 3 of the 4 teams are already in the semifinal. Michigan will face Michigan State. Penn State beating Ohio State, and they'll take on the winner of this game.
Generally pretty good free throw shooter.
%. He gets a second. 69-67.
Haas hasn't done much damage. They haven't been able to get him on the box. It's been all perimeter.
Edwards creating, kicking, Vincent, and good.
How about that? The Rutgers handled that squeeze block on the foul line.
Vincent Edwards with 24.
Terrific job getting available.
Corey Sanders wraps it around. Baker crosses over. 3.
It's all in their hands, and fatigue is going to become a problem. Lose your legs.
Purdue looks fresh. You can tell they're in shape, especially this man. B.J. Thompson shows it, kicks it. Carson Edwards drives, hangs, and banks it down.
So many guys that can hurt you.
He has 24. Vincent Edwards has 24. And Rutgers calls timeout. 74-67. Purdue, 4:30 to go. 74-67 lead, and at the top of our broadcast we told you that the Boilers had a couple of Edwards boys that could really play the game, and this is what they've done tonight.
How about their numbers? Just impressive. They both shoot around 40% from 3 for the season. And the team shoots 42%, but they spread it. It doesn't put as much stress. Always got the ball moving. A lot of counters. You also the ISOs that they run, and again, they've done a great job on Haas down in the low box area. He doesn't even touch it, but he's been able to screen and give him a little opening to dribble drive.
What a game, what a day it's been.
Terrific.
Our first game, a nail biter, down the wire. Tony Carr, what a player.
I think you like that guy.
What I do like about him is,
so.
in the biggest moment of the game, he was unselfish.
When he spreads it, no question he can score. It's not much tougher.
Penn State beating Ohio State by 1. Meanwhile, Purdue trying to hold on against the Rutgers team that is just really playing their hearts out.
That was Brandon Knight there, chatting, former great guard in Pitt. Dad played for us at Seton Hall, coached with me later. Terrific family. Of course, brother. Stanford, the NBA.
Chom. Offensive foul. Edwards. Carson. Taking the charge.
He sold it pretty good, Gus. And that arm came out a little bit. He's anticipating this. And they got to call it. That arm goes out. Say that yeah. He ran the baseline instead of establishing his position.
And the Boilers turn it over.
Unusual mistake for that team.
Chom will throw it in bounds. Big moment. Who wants it? Baker. Baker. Step back. Got it.
Gets him hit. They also had Freeman at the glass with a mismatch if that didn't go in.
Geo Baker, the freshman, with 23. But can Rutgers defend? Can they stop this man, Carson Edwards, and Vincent Edwards as well? B.J. Thompson has hit big shots. Carson Edwards off the heel.
Big rebound Arms.
Edwards down the lane. Lost it, out of bounds, and Purdue will hold on.
That's when he could have brought it back down, run some stuff. They got good action to get good shots. But he is relentless. He being Carson Edwards. Can't check this, but just I think they got it right. Haas back in the game.
B.J. Thompson
Tough shot.
Gets his own rebound, shovels it to Vincent Edwards. Now P.J. wide open. And the rebound to Sanders. Purdue out of sequence on that trip.
Everybody standing still while he was doing that.
Baker. He's got a quick trigger. Baseline. Freeman, reverse, no. Haas with the board, and he's fouled.
They can give it to anybody. Williams in there. Freeman in there. Leave it to Williams.
And that is the 17th foul against Rutgers. So Haas will shoot 1 and 1.
Well, Matt Painter's done a great job with the big fella, getting him in and out. Haas can get fatigued in a game like this.
Haas perfect from the line, 2 for 2. And he missed it. 74-69. 2:50 to play.
Get a good shot and hit that offensive glass.
Baker, quick release.
How about that? Boy, he didn't need much. Got a little brush.
74-71. Matthias inside Haas. And an easy flush.
And Matthias, he does so many little things. Haas walked him up, set him up. No weak side help. Gorgeous delivery.
Haas, 10 points, 10 rebounds. Sanders up top. And around it.
How about these two kids in the backcourt?
He has 21. 76-73. 2 minutes, folks. We're at the world's most famous arena. Haas posting.
Bounce to that little hook.
Inside. Off the glass. And good.
He's got a counter. They had him waiting in abeyance. Just played solidly, didn't force anything.
What a pace. And Sanders dribbles it off of his foot out of bounds.
They're going to look, but I think he lost it. How about this kid? Just that little bump there. He knows the lift of Haas. He's not going to be able to cover him. He is dynamite. They're going to check this out. I think Sanders got a little tricky with the dribble. I didn't see a hand in there. Maybe it did get his leg. What do you think?
May have gotten Vincent Edwards' foot. Here's a better look.
Yeah, hit the foot. And does it come back and touch Sanders, though? This is when it comes off the foot, does it touch his hand? No, I think he missed it. He was pretty confident.
Rotation change.
It did.
It may have gone off Sanders' fingers, but you can't see it.
If they can't be definitive, the call was Purdue's basketball.
Big call coming up here. They're going to give it back to Rutgers. Big opportunity here for the Scarlet Knights, down 78-73.
Dangerous to cross in front of a guy that close to you.
And while the officials were looking at the monitor, both these teams had a chance to recharge their battery.
A little free timeout.
Sanders driving, pulls up. And hits.
Boy, he elevated. He had to.
78-75. One possession game. 1:22 to go. Vincent Edwards. Matthias. his feet to Haas. And he's fouled.
Matthias again.
He knows how to find that big guy.
He just knows how to play. And the big guy had his hands ready. So solid on the catch. A little pump, just couldn't finish it, but marvelous, fine.
Haas will shoot 1 and 1.
Dakota.
He's 2 for 3. And he missed it. Rebound to Geo Baker. 1:05 to go. One possession game. Baker.
Go to the rim.
Pulls up. In and out. Look at the rebound. Oh, what a rebound by Williams. And he doesn't get a call.
I thought he got hit going up.
I thought he did too. 48 seconds to play. Big possession here for both teams. DJ Thompson to Matthias.
They're so tight you might get a drive.
Vincent Edwards, pump fake. Pulls up. Right the heel. Rebound to Sanders, and he's fouled. And he'll shoot 1 and 1. With 30 seconds to play.
Vincent Edwards had too long to think about that open jumper.
As we reset it for you. Purdue with 3 timeouts left. Rutgers with 1. 18 fouls against the Scarlet Knights. 9 against the Boilers. The possession arrow favoring Purdue. The SoFi game reset. And a timeout call by the Boilers. 78-75. Corey Sanders heading to the free throw line.
They finally did go and get the timeout. They weren't sure which team called it.
So if Sanders hits these 2 free throws to cut it to 1, what's the strategy defensively for Rutgers?
I think you full court press, try and at least get 1 trap, maybe 1 rotation, and then you got to give it. You got to extend this game as best you can. Ideally, the big guy has struggled on the free throw line. If you can induce him to get a touch, Haas is unable to convert coming down the stretch.
Eight of the 9 games in this tournament decided by single digits. How about that?
Doesn't surprise you, does it? Sanders 71% at the free throw line.
Will the Cinderella story for Rutgers continue here in the Big Ten tournament? And Sanders missed it.
They got a foul going the other way. That's the right call.
So with 29.4 to go, Purdue shoots free throws.
You can see the bang here. Number 11 right over the top here.
Carson Edwards, smallest guy on the floor.
Might have the biggest ticker. Well, there's a lot of those on exhibition this evening.
Edwards an 83% free throw shooter. He's 8 of 9 tonight.
He does leave it all out there.
Yes, he does. What a tough guy.
Great.
25 points.
So many great qualities about this kid.
He had 5 at halftime.
Now, if you're Purdue, you may extend the floor a little, but you don't want to turn him into a speed dribble.
Stuff coming in for Purdue.
Now they can match up Ivory with the smaller front line of Rutgers.
29.4 to go. Sanders now will quickly get it into the front court. Drives baseline, offensive foul.
He did force the issue. At some point, he should have turned with a spin dribble. Great footwork, though. I think that's an easy call, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Tough if you're for Rutgers, but
20.6 to play. Rutgers picks up full court. B.J. Thompson.
They're going to play keep away.
Edwards to Vincent Edwards, and he's fouled. Gary Weimer hits the deck.
You see Haas down at the basket when he got his hands begging for the ball.
80-75, 15.6 seconds remaining in this game. The winner to advance to the Big Ten Tournament's semifinals to face the Penn State Nittany Lions. Vincent Edwards.
There's too many guys step up, Purdue. Whereas Rutgers relying on just a couple of people.
Purdue and Penn State met once, February 18th at Mackey Arena. Boilers winning it 76-73. Carson Edwards had 27, 15.6 to play, 82-75. Geo Baker picks it up. Step back three. Vincent Edwards with the rebound, and that should do it. The Boilers survive and advance as they defeat Rutgers 82-75 to head to the semis.
Rutgers comported themselves in a beautiful fashion, left it all out, gave the best shot possible. There's too many options for Purdue.
Carson Edwards with 26, Vincent Edwards with 26. Haas, 10 points, 10 rebounds. Corey Sanders at 23, Geo Baker with 25.
A lot of answers, don't they?
Boilers win their 27th game of the season. And the Big Ten Tournament has come to an end for Rutgers. As you take a look at the bracket, all four teams are set. Spartans, Wolverines, Nittany Lions, Boilers. A 1 versus a 5 and a 3 versus a 7. Let's go to Rick Pizzo.
Matt, that was an absolute grinder. Let's start with Carson and Vince. They combined for 52. How good was the firm of Edwards and Edwards tonight?
Oh, they were very good. I thought offensively they really got into a rhythm in the second half. We just didn't let it come to us there in the first half, but we had a tough time stopping them. Rutgers was unbelievable, and the shots they were making, they're tough to defend.
You got the hands up in front of Baker, in front of Sanders.
Yeah.
How many times did they leave you shaking your head about the shots that they did make?
Well, I think it's the one thing, just making them earn them, especially those long twos. But when they get into that rhythm, they're tough to stop.
And now you get another team that loves to defend for 40-plus in Penn State. Early thought on the Nittany Lions?
Well, obviously it starts with Tony Carr, but Lamar Stevens, Reeves, all those guys, they have a really, really good team. And I know Watkins is not, with them right now and they're hurt, but Pat's done a great job with them. They're going to play hard, and they get into those ISOs, and you got to make it hard on them.
Matt, appreciate the time. Enjoy it while you can. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right, thanks, Rick.
Gus?
Coach, your final thoughts.
Well, I just love the way Rutgers left it all out. I mean, you got to be impressed that Matt said that. Just solid basketball. And of course, Purdue, so many options to counter.
Coming up, it's the Big Show presented by SoFi. This has been an exclusive presentation of the Big Ten Network. For Coach Raftery and Rick Pizzo, I'm Gus Johnson. That'll do it from here in New York.